Dis maar 'n feit dat ons deesdae soos 'n koei in die gesig staar. Besoedeling is 'n probleem, veral plastiek rommel. Daar is egter 'n jong argitek van Kaapstad wat innoverende maniere vind om nie net plastiek te herontplooi nie, maar in die proses ook onderrigontwikkeling by skole aan die spits te dryf. Wat het argitektuur, platiekbottels en bakstene met mekaar uit te waai? Andre het gaan uitvind.
Jy sou nie dink aan hierdie alledaagse rommel as iets waarmee mense skool kan bou nie. Maar innoverende projekte kom dikwels van die plekke en die boumateriaal waar mense dit die minste van verwag. Eco-brick Exchange is meer as net 'n passie vir die jong argitek Ian Dommisie en sy vrou Ilse. Dit is 'n roeping. Ian, waar het jou liefde of passie begin vir bewaring en dinge wat groen is?
I've always been a big gardener. As a child, I used to do gardening at home, but then also walking out in nature. I used to love being in nature, and then seeing plastic in nature really upset me.
So hoe het jy toe by die Eco-bricks konsep uitgekom?
After studying architecture, I came across the eco-brick concept, and I couldn't understand why it wasn't being used in the building industry in South Africa, given that it protects the environment, it creates jobs, and it builds shelter. And what I found is that it was red tape. It had never been approved before by a local municipality. And so that's why we formed the Eco-brick Exchange in Port Elizabeth to start that process. And it took 32 months to get the first building plan approved. Penguin's Preschool is a project that's run by an incredible lady called Blomi Nonshinga. And it is built in a shack behind an RDP house. And we came across the project and we saw that it needed to be renovated. And so Blomi agreed to work with us and encourage the local Walmer township to make eco-bricks. And we're now assisting the teacher to raise the funds to carry out the construction phase. And once completed, it'll be the first double-story eco-brick building in the world.
Wat is 'n eco-brick nou eintlik?
An eco-brick is a plastic bottle with unrecyclable soft plastics that have been compressed inside the bottle. Your chip packets, your shopping bags, your cigarette stumpies, plastic straws. So it protects all this plastic from breaking down and becoming microplastics, which can happen if it falls into the rivers or the oceans. So this contains so much plastic and it stops it from polluting the environment, and then it becomes an insulating building material.
En hoe sterk is hierdie eco-brick?
They aren't load-bearing bricks like normal bricks. They fit into framed structures, such as steel frames, concrete frames, or timber frames. Their role is to displace the place of a wall, so that you don't have to use bricks and you don't have to use as much cement.
Sy projek is onder meer bekroon met die SAB Stichting se innoveringstoekenning in 2014. 'n Bronstoekenning by die ekologiese toekennings en Ian self was gekies deur Red Bull vir hulle Amafico sosiale entrepreneurs inkubasieprogram. Ilse, wat is jou betrokkenheid nou by eco-bricks? Want dit gaan nie net oor die bou nie, né?
Dit begin meer as 'n bouprojek. En dit is nou min of meer meestal opleidingprogramme oor zero waste, herwinning, upcycling, composting, maar ook hulpbronne bestuur of vullisbestuur.
Ja.
Maar ons sien vullis eintlik as 'n tipe hulpbron of iets wat kan gebruik word van waarde.
Vir Ian, Ilse en die mense by Eco-brick Exchange is dit egter belangrik om volhoubare ontwikkeling te kweek, wat oor 'n langtermyn die land, die aarde en toekomstige generasies gaan bevoordeel. Wat is julle betrokkenheid nou hier by Eros?
Eros is our first differently abled school where we're working, and not only are the kids making eco-bricks in the classes as a competition, but the school has very generously allowed us to use the school venue as a training campus, and we're inviting some of their graduates back to school and training them how to become eco-brick artisans.
Hoe identifiseer julle dan skole om by betrokke te raak?
Hulle kontak vir ons eintlik. Ons het so baie skole wat ons kontak om by hulle uit te kom, om programme te doen, praatjies te kon doen.
Which is so much easier than if you approach a school and you ask them, hey, do this program, and then maybe they don't feel like it, maybe it's towards the end of the year. But when there's an excited teacher within the school, then it runs so beautifully.
Charmaine, ek verstaan jy voel baie sterk oor die gemeenskap. Wat het hierdie kykNET projek vir julle gemeenskap beteken?
Die eerste keer wat ek hier inkom, toe was dit vir my amazing. Ek het nog nooit so iets gesien nie. Ek het nooit gedink dit is wat ek kan doen met 'n plastiese bottel en met plastiese sakkies. So kinders leer van jongs af, van ons het babatjies van 6 maande tot 6 jaar oud. So dit gee vir hulle 'n heeltemal van 'n konsep wat hulle kan doen met 'n plastiese bottel.
Hierdie gebou is nou eintlik die eerste ene met kykNET.
Yeah, and the exciting thing about this project, it was the first time that the city has endorsed reclaimed construction. And it's nice because it's using eco-bricks, but it's using tires, it's using glass bottles. And as you can see, the end result is a beautiful building, but they had a 20% cost saving and they could employ so many local laborers.
Vertel my 'n bietjie meer van die groentetuin wat julle hier by Eros begin het.
With Cape Town's drought, or the national drought, we have to think differently about how we grow vegetables. So what we piloted here is an eco-brick wicking bed, which is a system where you water the plants from the underneath. So that then you use a fraction of the water and the plants grow better because they're never in a state of water stress. And then obviously it's important to mulch on the top so there's no evaporation from the soil as well. The other interesting thing with the garden is we've done companion planting. So you'll see that plants are very closely planted together and there's a wide variety of produce. So the idea is that garden can feed a family of 4 with all their vegetables.
Hoe kan mense by kykNET Exchange betrokke raak?
It's so inspiring to feel all these people who are approaching us and wanting to help out, and that's great because then they can encourage a project to start within their own community. We don't want people having to send eco-bricks across the country to support our projects. We want to enable projects where they are. And the idea is to start with a small project, maybe a bench and a garden, and eventually build it into a building. And in the initial phases, we'll do remote training so that you can get a project together. And then once you've built a few hundred eco-bricks and you're ready to take the next step, we'll try to see if we can come out to you guys and do a training there.
Dis nie winsgierigheid of status wat mense soos Ian Dommisie en sy kykNET Exchange span motiveer nie. Dis hoop, oortuiging en moed wat hulle aanvuur om die wêreld te red en vir ons kinders behoue te laat bly. En elkeen wat omgee, kan ook help bou. 1 eko-baksteen op 'n slag.